and I've been a stacker since late 70s, early 80s. And I bought a lot of silver. I used to buy bags of silver. This president wants to put a gun grabber in charge of the ATF so that they can get a master list of everybody in the country who owns an AR-15.
Hi, Tim. How are you today?
Oh, we're still here.
You are. You are still here. The door's still open. How's sales been?
Sales have been very, very strong, and it's still a little bit of a problem getting material.
Yeah, I know.
I've gotten all my orders but one.
Okay.
Gold maple leaves.
Gold.
Gold maple leaves, yeah. And they still haven't given me a shipping date on another monster box of maple leaves.
Is that all the gold left?
No, I got plenty.
Oh, and there's the slab. By the way, people are emailing me with offers for this MS-70 First Strike Gold Buffalo, Tim. Just to let you know.
Yep.
We'll see where that ends up.
If you're interested.
Those are Buffalo?
Yeah.
Okay. And maples you're waiting on, right?
I am waiting on the maple leaves again, and I was going to go look at my order, but I'm not sure it's in my inbox yet.
American Silver Eagles? Did you get those?
I have quite a few, but I have orders that I have to fill before
Is that what all those boxes are over here?
Yeah, that's what those boxes are.
Wow. You got a lot to fill.
A lot to get out. Yeah. This
Yeah. What is that?
is a
Oh, I know what this is. It's from the Germania Mint, dude. These are really cool.
glass germanium. That's right. That's
Very nice. More. Oh, okay.
more foreign.
Foreign silver? What do you think of foreign silver for stacking?
Well, if they didn't have any silver in Italy, we wouldn't have any 5-ounce and 10-ounce bars. So some foreign silver I'm very much in favor of.
These are more semi-numismatic, right?
They are, yeah.
That's from Canada. Owl. Oh, the American Wildlife series. I'll take a peek at these while you check your order status. Polar bear, I think that's cool. What is this? Another bear. That's 40% silver, I believe. Wow, that looks cool.
Which one is that?
I like that. Cook Islands.
Oh, yeah.
Keep flipping it the wrong way. Nice. Double eagle. And finally, oh yeah, this one. It's an interesting high relief buffalo. So I know you lost your wife years ago to a heart condition. You raised 4 kids by yourself. My question is, if your wife had the type of surgery that we have today in modern technology and was still alive, and you never left your really great job at IBM, you never opened a coin shop, like the coin and stamp shop.
That's probably true. Yeah.
Right. Would you have purchased silver and gold, and would you be a stacker, and would you still be stacking today?
Get ready for SD Bullion's Monster Box sweepstakes that includes 500 Silver Eagles. You could be the next lucky recipient of a phone call like this.
This is Dr. Tyler Wall, CEO of SD Bullion. Well, I'm calling you to let you know that you won the SD Bullion giveaway of a monster box of Silver Eagles.
So click the link below for your chance to win.
Well, I was back then. I've been a stacker since late 70s, early 80s. And, I bought a lot of silver. I used to buy bags of silver, dimes, quarters, and halves. And, I had 100-ounce bars. In fact, when I came in here and I had this beautiful safe to put things in, I closed out a safety deposit box, and it was a big one, great big box. And I went to close it out because I was putting everything in the safe, and I couldn't get it open. The attendant at the bank put her key in, I put my key in, I wouldn't budge. That's when I discovered how they made these boxes. They ride on inch-wide rails.
They're not made for those bars, are they?
That's because if the FBI or Homeland Security or Nancy Pelosi, if somebody wants to get into your safety deposit box, they can take out the boxes above and below. They have equipment they can use to scan the box. Or today, under the Patriot Act, they probably don't even need a subpoena. So, but then I was there for about 2 hours while they called in a locksmith who had all the tools to rip apart the box, and it was the 100-ounce bars that they put in the center of the box that bowed the bottom out. But
so constitutional bars.
I used to buy everything.
Everything.
Mostly silver.
And it didn't have this stuff back then, right?
No, a lot of it, was I never bought any American Eagles because we're talking the early '80s. And they came out in '86. And then when I came in here, I had all my coin collection and everything was separate from the store inventory. That took about 2 years, and everything got blended. So, did you have 1,000 Mercury dimes? Yeah. Okay, well, that's what I want.
And out of your personal stash.
About 3 or 4 times face, whatever.
Oh man, 3 or 4 times.
Now in 1980, silver went up to $50 an ounce. I think the high close was $49.70, but it dropped. I mean, if you look at the graph, it went up like that and dropped like that. And I remember it going down to $4.91 in a heartbeat.
But would you be stacking today? No coin shop, kids, your wife still with you?
Definitely. But I would probably be traveling more.
I bet you would.
My wife and I talked about many places we wanted to go to, and it's not easy to do because I go everywhere with one or more of my kids. Because we're still a very close family, and we're all hoping to go to the Grand Prix in Montreal if we can all get our passports.
You really want to go to Canada, dude?
Oh, for the Grand Prix, yeah.
Just for the Grand
Prix. I'm going to leave all the heavy armament here.
What they're doing there and what I see spilling into our country is just very disheartening.
It is. I'm going to probably stock up on that large caliber 9mm. Just blow your lungs right out of your body with a 9mm.
What happened, obviously, was terrible and tragic in Texas, but the overreaction, what is it, 2,000 miles away in Canada, you have a prime minister saying, we're going to ban all handguns.
He was waiting for the opportunity.
Absolutely.
It didn't matter what it was. It could have been, a terrorist attack at the southern border, by an invasion, and we still did the same thing. And that you can get away with stuff in Canada. You can't get away with that stuff in this country. I know they're going to try to.
They just announced Protect Your Kids legislation just yesterday.
Yeah, except that they have to reconcile the facts with, separate them from the lies. And the lies are getting to be pretty extreme. Any one of these mainstream media pundits are all talking about assault weapons. This is an assault weapon. That's an assault weapon. We got to get rid of assault. Nobody needs assault weapons. Well, ask a Marine what an assault weapon is. Ask an Army Ranger what an assault weapon is. It's not an AR-15. And if you remember the Feinstein bill, they even defined all the categories of weapons. Now, an assault weapon was any semi-automatic rifle. There are summer camps all over the country that use the Ruger 1022 to teach marksmanship. And that operates the same way as an AR-15. So that would be an assault weapon, according to their definition. But you get a little deeper into the definitions. The definition in that bill was an assault weapon or a semi-automatic weapon was anything that loads a cartridge. Whenever you pull the trigger, it loads another cartridge. Okay. What does a revolver do? Every time you pull the trigger, it loads a cartridge.
Cycles the cylinder.
So,
Yeah.
I guess the average revolver is now an assault weapon, and the Feinstein bill, the only thing that was allowed was a bolt action rifle. And I heard one of these pundits say, "Hey, I saw American Sniper. If it's good enough for a sniper, it's good enough for any hunter and any weekend shooter." The reason that a sniper rifle is bolt action because it has no vibration to upset the aim of the user.
Yeah.
And hunters use bolt action rifles for exactly the same reason. They are chipping away at the Second Amendment. They're doing it state by state. If you travel from here in New Hampshire into Massachusetts, you better have everything that you have had better be locked up. The ammo has to be separate from any weapon. Same thing in New York. But let's say you want to drive down to Washington D.C. You pretty much can't go anywhere. You can't. You got to get through Massachusetts, then Connecticut, then New York, then New Jersey, and I'm sure that there are even more laws. So everything has to be completely locked up and separate.
Right.
And otherwise, and that's not even the spirit of the Second Amendment. Okay. So all these states are they're passing laws that could probably go to the Supreme Court and be turned over.
And I do have something from someone in our community, and I want to present this to you. It's a T-shirt. Lying dog-faced pony soldier.
That is awesome. I'm sure I'm in the ATF database probably 8 or 10 times, or maybe more. I don't know. Because you want to go through the database. If you buy something at a gun show, at least here in New Hampshire, and every gun show I've been to, you can't get out the door without showing the paperwork that you've been through the ATF background check system. Okay, the ATF system is a terrific system. There are some politicians who want to use that system to find out who has all those bad guns that we can take away someday. If they would use the ATF system for what it was intended to be, they could stop people who shouldn't be holding a gun from holding guns. The ATF system is a great system. They need to put some money into it. They need to use it the way it was intended to be used. You can't mandate, Facebook or Twitter or somebody to single people out. You can if you're a Democrat and you want to single out Republicans, but they need to come to some compromises so that information gets to the ATF, and the ATF needs to prevent anybody who is a risk from getting a gun. I mean, there's no reason why this guy Ramos had a gun of any kind. He shouldn't have had a gun. Yeah. This president wants to put a gun grabber in charge of the ATF so that they can get a master list of everybody in the country who owns an AR-15, put that on Biden's desk, and then he can, enact an executive order making every police chief in the country has to go check on this list of people. I mean, it's stupid stuff like that is ruining this presidency. And, I guess Biden's just not going to make any difference. He's not going to make any changes. He's going to go down in flames. But the ATF should be used for the original purpose of the ATF was to prevent people who shouldn't be owning guns from buying guns, period. And it doesn't take a whole lot of extra cash given to the ATF to get that system tightened up. There's a lot of political pressure to not do that, because every time there's somebody out there who shouldn't be holding a gun, causing problems, it makes their point.
All right. Hey, I'm interested in, this is a beautiful round. This American Double Eagle 2020. I want you to take a look at this from the Cook Islands. It looks like, I don't know, is that?
I believe it's a half ounce, right?
Is it half ounce?
Yeah. What is that? Let me see. I can't see anything about it.
I could check.
Yeah, it's a half ounce.
And Germania, these are beautiful.
Those are really nice.
They really are. And you got some fun stuff here. I'm not going to be buying gold today, Tim. I think I'm just going to pick up a couple things. Probably grab these two. We have someone here selling some silver.
It's a 1940 proof set.
Oh, and this stuff, right? 1940.
And they weren't, I don't believe they put out a 1940 proof set.
No.
You had to get the individual coins.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Oh, Wigan Liberty.
Yeah, as long as it'll be accurate.
I know, right?
Thing of a thought.
That is beautiful. PF66 on that one.
I had a 42 once. Actually, I never sold it. I sold it at the price probably 20 years ago.
Well, your cost basis is pennies 20 years ago.
But no, it's
And you have
yeah. I mean, they were not terribly expensive.
So are you a stacker?
I'm a collector.
You
I
like
started
the-
collecting as a kid.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
1940 set is listed at
I remember being at my
$770.
grandmother's house, and I was just a kid. I mean,
Yeah.
I was like 8 years old. Just literally, she pinned the note on my shirt and said, "Go down to the store." And I got down there, and the guy gave me the change. And I got a Winged Liberty dime back, and I looked at it, and I thought, "Wow, that is cool." And that started it. You know, Grandma got her milk and whatever else.
1916 was a great year for U.S.
Oh,
coins.
Don't we all wish we had a few of those?
Walking Liberty half, Standing Liberty quarter, Mercury dime.
Yeah. Actually, I'd be curious to see if anybody in the comments below started out as a collector. Put that in there, because that's how I got introduced to it. My grandfather just gave me the love of collecting coins, and that just stuck with me. Those are really nice. All right, thanks again.
Sure.
Appreciate it.